You might wonder, why do you need a realtor walking you through a new construction process? We're going to talk about that right now. Hello, I'm Matt Farnham here with our next episode of Real Life at Level 10, where I talk about insights of real estate, leadership, and personal growth. So you want to buy a new construction home. Why do you need a realtor when you can go straight to the builder all by yourself and do it alone? Well, I'm so glad you asked. There's so many things you need to be aware of and keep in mind of why you need somebody looking out for you and your best interest. The first thing is, when you go to those new home communities, you'll walk in and be greeted by a wonderful new home agent. And listen, there's so many of these new home agents in town that are my good friends. I love them, I respect them. But keep in mind, they do represent the builder. You need somebody looking out for you and your best interests. The next thing is the contracts. The contracts are written in a way to protect the builder. So somebody to review that with eyes for you, pointing out things that you might miss that you really should be aware of, that you're agreeing to through this next 4, 5, 6 month commitment or longer of buying this new construction home. In fact, sometimes many builders now will just send you an email, a DocuSign contract, and they don't even really make a lot of effort to run through it with you to explain certain things. Now, that's not all builders, it's not all new home agents, so please don't hear me wrong, but that does happen. So somebody who's looking out for you to keep you protected. There's things in these contracts related to deposit schedules, contingencies. Do they allow them? Do they not? The way that appraisals work. Most new home contracts actually state very clearly that you're agreeing to pay the difference of any appraisal gap. Did you know that? Things like that that we can navigate through and make sure that you're protected and that you understand these things. The next thing to mention is preferred lenders. Most new home construction will have a preferred lender, or 2 or 3, and they'll say, hey, these are our lender partners, call one of these lenders or this lender, and if you do, here's the incentives. Maybe they're paying 2% or 3% towards your closing costs or things like that. They're fantastic incentives, and a lot of times will make a lot of sense to pursue that route. However, not always. There are situations where the incentives don't justify that specific lender partner versus who you could use if you were doing your own research. So again, somebody looking out for you to help you understand, getting all the cards on the table, what's the best financial choice for you and your family to proceed with. The next thing to talk about is the final walkthroughs. This sounds like, not a big deal. I'm going to go to the walkthrough. The builder's going to kind of show me how my home functions, how this works, how that works, and maybe I'll point out an item or two of paint that needs to get touched up. It's not that simple. We do these every day where we need to keep the builder accountable for the home being new. There's a lot of things in these properties, and these are good people that are great at their jobs, but there's a lot going on when you build a house. But somebody looking through, a lens for you at all the different things that need to be right for you to move into your new home. It's new construction, it should be new. So being that extra set of eyes to really know what to look for to make sure that home's great for you. Another item to consider is negotiation. A lot of folks believe that on new construction you can't negotiate with the builder. That's just not true. Time and time again that we've been successful to negotiate with the builder. Maybe it's down on the price, extra incentives, maybe getting them to entertain a home sale contingency when they say they don't do that, or the terms of that contingency on how many days you might have to get your home sale under contract or get it closed, and these types of things. There can be a lot of room for negotiation on many of these properties, even if it's a dirt lot. A lot of folks think, well, hey, I can negotiate if it's standing inventory. And yes, of course you can in that situation. But even on a dirt lot or a home that is many months away from being completed, oftentimes there's still some room there to have a conversation. Options in lot. There's a lot that goes into the decision-making process when you're buying a new home. Do I do this upgrade over that upgrade? Should I raise the ceilings to 9 feet or 10 feet? What lot location should I choose? There's so many decisions to be made. It can be a bit overwhelming, but to have, again, that extra set of eyes, that extra mind who's been there, done that many, many times to help you think about things you might not be thinking about for how you could best enjoy that property, enjoy that lot location, what matters for resale, downstairs bedroom, walk-in shower versus tub, different types of things related to electrical and plumbing that might be much more relevant 2 or 3 or 4 years from now than they might be today. You need to have that extra mind working for you that really understands how this affects value and you reselling this property one day. So as you can see, there's a lot of things about new construction, and I've only touched the tip of the iceberg, I promise you, but you need a professional guide looking out for you and your best interest as you walk through this process. So one question you might have is, okay, I see the value of having a realtor walk me through this process, looking out for my best interest and all that great stuff, but what does that cost? Being a new construction purchase is no different than resale. The seller pays the commissions. So the realtor will get compensated, but the builder will be paying a commission. So it doesn't cost you additional money out of your pocket to have that layer of confidence and protection and somebody walking through the process with you. So I hope you've seen value in having a professional realtor walk you through a new home purchase. Please share this with any friends or family that you think might get benefit from this. Last week we talked about the difference between resale and new construction. So hopefully you understand that as well. As always, ping us with any questions. We love to hear from you guys and answer all your questions. Free consultations, all that good stuff. Thanks again for watching. Join us next week at Real Life at Level 10, where we'll talk about insights of real estate, leadership, and personal growth. And remember, whatever it is you're doing or walking through, do it at a level 10 and live with the results. This week's episode was filmed at our listing at 848 La Katrine in Henderson, Nevada. For more information on this home, you can click the links provided or contact our office for your private showing.